Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Thanks for clicking on today's video as we showcase and look through some of my favorite covers that I've got graded by CGC. Now I was going to do a golden age and silver age video today of my collection, but I just had a bit of an urge to go through some of my favorite covers and look at the art and the artists and maybe some of the history around the books and how I got them. So hopefully the glare's not too bad. I've been playing around with the camera, so we'll see how we go, muck around with all the lights and that. So we'll get straight into it. So if you like this kind of content, comics, art, video games, collectibles, you can sort of see the stuff around me here. Like the channel would be great. And even if you like this video, you can like the video, that'd be great as well. All right, we'll just jump straight into it with this. This is Jessica Jones #1. This is the hip hop variant. Now this is a cover by Jeff DeCarl. I just love this cover. Actually, my wife wanted me to get this one graded, and it come back a 9.8. Beautiful book to have in a 9.8. I just love the cover. I don't know too much about the Kevin Gates artist that's based off of the cover, but still, I just love it. Yeah, good cover. I'm happy to get that grade. Black cover, hip hop, 9.8. Really good combination there. The next book is an oldie. This one's from the late 80s, 91 actually. Barry Smith cover, The Origin of Wolverine. This one's a 9.4. I was hoping to get a 9.6 on this one, but it came back a 9.4, but whatever. It's still a near mint copy. The one, Barry Smith, was one of my favorite artists growing up, especially around about this time in these covers, and even through some of his Valiant stuff as well. The one thing I do love about CGC books is that you obviously get to see the back cover, and these Marvel Comics Presents from this run basically all had rear cover art as well, showing the other stories. I think I know that there were 4 stories basically within the pages. So that's that one there. So I think this one will have a fair bit of room to move. Maybe not in this grade at a 9.4, but it's still an affordable copy if I wanted to pass it on for someone. The 9.8s would probably be pretty expensive, but yeah, beautiful cover. Origin of Wolverine, Weapon X, great, and then some shine on the back as well. Sweet as. Next book, a couple of Spider-Man books. First, we've got Spectacular Spider-Man 64. This one's from 1982, first Cloak and Dagger. Yeah, I just love the colour combination on this with the green and the yellow. I just love the characters as well. Sort of got into Cloak and Dagger back on the second Strange Tales run back in the late 80s. So that's when I first started collecting, and yeah, you should read some of those books in there, those stories in those books. So I've been looking for one of these in a higher grade for a while, and I picked this one up a couple of years ago. I wanted a 9, maybe a 9.2, but it come back an 8.5, but regardless, it's still a nice book to have, and I just do like to get a bit of variety graded in this one here, first Cloak and Dagger. Nice cover. And who's the cover artist? It is Annie Milgram cover. So there you go, beautiful cover. Another classic Spider-Man cover and artist is obviously Todd McFarlane. And I love this picture. I'm trying to get the glare. Love this, the cover of the Prowler 305. It's a 305. Yeah, 305. That run of McFarlane, I've got them all except for one. I think it's 303. I think I'm missing on 302. That's the only one I'm missing out of the whole McFarlane run. I have lots of low grade books from when I was young, but this one here I picked up for like $20 or something a few years ago, and it looked really good condition, so I decided to get it graded, and it came back a 9.6, so I'm very happy with that one. It is a direct edition, as you can see down there, so McFarlane should play around with the little corner boxes down there as well, or the UPC boxes. So yeah, great cover, 9.6. Love the colour too. I just love the purple of the Prowler. That was one of the reasons I liked that character when I was young. So, and then yeah, nice pose by Spidey at the bottom. So great McFarlane cover there. And another random book. This What If Infinity. This is from 2015. I picked this up basically for speculation reasons when Infinity War was announced as a movie, thinking that possibly Rocket and Thanos could come head to head at some point in the movie. It's a super cover. I love the cover. I did want to get a 9.8, obviously, but it came back a 9.6. But still, I do love the cover, and I'm trying to get it in there as best I can. Hopefully, you can see it all right there. You can sort of see Thanos and Rocket face to face there. So I thought that might be a really iconic image if it did happen in the movies, and it didn't. But yeah, still love this book. Still love this cover. And the cover artist is a Dave Raposa cover. So there you go. Nice one. What If Infinity, #1. All right, this is another old classic. This one, Silver Surfer 75. This is the one I bought off the newsstands years ago, and as you can see, it's an Australian price variant. This is the only one on the CG sensor still. It's come back a 9.6. To me, it's just those 90s, you know, foil covers, embossed covers, platinum, chromium, die cut, you know, holograms. But yeah, it was so much fun collecting that kind of stuff. And this is the one that I got off the shelves years ago, and it came back a 9.6. So yeah, it's Ron Lim cover, obviously. I'm pretty sure it's Ron Lim. Yeah. And there you go, nice Australian price variant for you there. Very nice. I like that one. I was very happy for that to come back a 9.6 too. Well, the next cover is Art Germ, one of my favourite artists. As you can see, there's some Art Germ just there. I love Art Germ books, and this Supergirl run where he did the covers from back in 2018 was just a real classic run. And I've got a few of them. I bought several copies of this issue in particular because I love the cover vintage. As you can see, it come back a 9.6. I was hoping for a 9.8, obviously, but still, you know, it's, you know, I just like to have things graded just for the covers. They look great in these real nice, clear, encapsulated cases. So yeah, vintage cover. Yeah, that's it. Nothing more to say about that. Just a great cover art. I love it. Fantastic. And the next one we got is a couple of silk covers, actually. There's this one here. We'll start off with this one. This is one of the more recent books that I got graded. Come back a 9.6. This is from last year. It's a Ji-Hung Lee cover. And I'm just trying to get so you can see it without all the glare. It's a dark cover, so it's pretty tough to see with that glare. But yeah, love this cover. 9.6. I said I wanted it to be a 9. I've got another one to go over to CGC next time. Hopefully I can get a 9.8 on that. But other than that, yeah, when I see a really good silk cover, I like to sort of, you know, I like to purchase it. And if it's one of my favorites, I'll get it graded in this case. So there's that one. Ji-Hung Lee. This is silk #4, just a random issue. And while we're on the topic of silk, there's this one here. Now, I've been looking for this particular issue for a long time, like years. And it doesn't really exist out here in Australia. I believe this is a 1 in 15 cosplay variant of like silk #12, 2016. And I saw one in the US up for auction, and it ended at like in the wee early hours in the morning. I just sort of placed a bid and hope for the best. I did win it anyway, and I got it, sent it to CGC, and it come back a 9.8. So it's a, you know, I know that, you know, cosplays sort of covers aren't the most popular, but for me, I do like this silk cover. There's a couple of other ones in this run that I would like to get. I think this is Scarlet, which one I like to get as well. But yeah, no, it's a good silk cover. One of her rarer books. I don't think there's too many on the census of that one. I should have checked before I did the video, but I didn't. I forgot. But yeah, nice. Really good. Love that book. Yeah, I'm very happy to have it too. I'm sure we'll see some silk on the big screen one day. And yeah. All right, another one of my favourite artists here is Gabrielle Dell'Otto. This is the Marvels one. This is the 1 in 50 variant. Probably overpaid for it at the time. I think I paid $125 Australian, which might be like about $80 US. But I just wanted this cover. I just love the Dell'Otto with the Iron Man, Captain America, and also Spider-Man on the cover. It's a real flimsy cover. It's so thin. I really, you know, you have to sort of throw the Hail Mary out and hopefully you get a 9.8, and I did. So happy because, you know, I've had books come back 9.2s, 9s and 9.4s that I thought were 9.8, so I was really happy that this did come back a 9.8. It was more one of those sort of, thank goodness for that. So yeah, beautiful cover. Yeah, I'm just glad it's encapsulated. It looks like there's a few dings on it there. I'm sure that's, when I sent it away, those dings weren't on there because I'm sure it's either been damaged in encapsulation or through the grading process. But anyway, that's how flimsy this cover was. If you ever handled this particular issue. But yeah, it's still a fabulous cover. Love it. All right, and then this was one of the book actually that got me back into collecting back in 2014. My brother sort of sent me a link or showed me something on eBay and said, oh, check this out. Remember that book you used to love? And this was the book that I picked up. I think I paid like $30 for it. and I got it graded back. That was in my first submission to CGC back in 2015. I sent this one off. I had sent it off to the George Perez signing at CGC, and unfortunately he passed away. And I did want to get the George Perez label, but they messed the label up as well. They even charged me for the label. But anyway, still was a fantastic. This is Jim Fallon cover, right? George Perez cover. Yeah. Balls up. Yeah, great cover. You know, one of the classics, Infinity Gauntlet from the 90s. So yeah, love that cover as well. 9.6, not a bad grade. You know, for me, for picking it off eBay back in the day. Another one of my favourite artists is Milo Manera. This is the 1 in 50 Uncanny Avengers number 8 from 2013. Obviously, you can see it's Wasp on the cover there. He did a run of big ratio variants back at that time, 1 in 100s, you know, 1 in 50s and things like that. So I just absolutely love this cover. Wish it was a 9.8, of course, but yeah, 9.6, nice. This one's just for the collection, just for the display. I love putting this one up here and there. And as you can see, beautiful cover there by Milo Manara. And another Uncanny Avengers title here. Another one of my favourite artists, Adi Granov. This is the 1 in 75 variant for Uncanny Avengers 1. Scarlet Witch on the cover. An absolute beautiful, gorgeous cover. One of my favourite of all time, to be honest. I'm probably going to say that a few times, but this is why these are my favourite covers. Yeah, not much you can say, just the colour, the title, the character, the position, everything about that is just absolutely stunning. So yeah, 9.8 as well. I was very fortunate to get that. This was in my second submission that I sent away, and it was just one of those sort of wow moments where you can sort of, you know, when things really sort of got exciting, getting 9.8s on spectacular books. So yeah, beautiful book. And another one of my favourite artists, Alex Ross. Everybody knows this book. This is the second print. It didn't really bother me. But, you know, the classic Harley and Joker cover, no number. Her first appearance in the continuity of DC, black cover, square bound as well. You can see it there, a bit hard to see, but yeah, nice book. Very nice book. Like I said, the second print doesn't command too much money, but you know, I'll just take it. It's just one. I just do just wanted to have a copy of that book. It was pretty popular at the time. Probably still is too. And we're back to another Milo Manara book. This is his Spider-Man number 1 from 2015. This is the 1 in 50 variant, I believe as well. As you can see, this one's a signature series, and it's signed by him down here. You can sort of see the signature. It's quite a nice looking signature there, and one of the sort of what do they call it, a bit of a scandal behind the pose. They had to put the trade dress over the buttocks there, just sort of, you know, because it's a little bit too sort of provocative there. But what a beautiful cover, beautiful, great artist. You know, they should know what Milo's going to do when they hire him. You know, it's not as if he's going to draw tanks and stuff, but yeah, his portrayal of the female body is just second to none. So beautiful book there. 9.4. Paid a lot of money for this one, maybe like near on $1,000 Australian to be delivered. I'm not sure if I overpaid, I forget. I haven't even looked at the prices since then, but yeah, not too many signature series on the census, but that one's a beauty. Spider-Woman number 1. Okay, this is a homage to the Alex Ross book you saw before. This is another one of my favourite artists, Francesco Mattina, Italian artist. This is Batman like 94, and as you can see there, it's got Punchline, the Joker. It's a great sort of great version of that cover. Very hard to sort of see with lots of black. I love how he draws things really dark, Mattina. And in this situation here, it's very hard to get the best out of it. So anyway, yeah, beautiful cover. Not an expensive book by any means of the imagination. It's stock cover, 9.8, pretty easy to get. I bought a lot of copies of this actually, just because I was just buying lots of copies of certain covers at the time because I love them. So maybe I'll send another one over one day, we'll see. All right, another Alex Ross cover here. This is Avengers. Well, it says Champions 1, but it's Avengers 14. This is a German edition by Panini. I couldn't afford the Alex Ross Champions 1 and the 1 in 100. It's so expensive. And I saw this German edition of it, and I decided to get the quality of this comic is it's unbelievable. It's a really sort of strange stock cover. Anyway, you can sort of see this is the German edition. It says it up there. It still says Champions #1 though, which is a bit strange, even though I think it reprints like Champions 2 and it contains Avengers 2, so it's for them to call it Champions 1 German edition Ross variant cover. Yeah, nice, love that cover. I just absolutely love that Alex Ross and Kamala Khan there. Great. I think we'll probably end up seeing the Champions team in the future, no doubt. In my mind, I've got a few Champions books. I don't have the Alex Ross 1 in 100. And if you look at the prices of it, you'll know why. It's an extremely expensive book. Okay, another one of my favourite artists is Joe Linsner, and one of my favourite covers, and probably one of the best of that series of the Cry for Dawn run would be this #5 edition here. I bought this one and I bought this one in the same auction years ago from the US. Cry for Dawn books are hard to get here in Australia, so I saw these. I picked them up pretty good. I think all up delivered, they were like $120 maybe Australian, which is pretty good price. And I sent this off to get graded. I was hoping to get a 9.4, to be honest. I thought it would be a 9.4, and when I saw the 9.8, I was like, what the hell? That's incredible. And it was like the 20th copy that was ever graded at a 9.8. And I checked the census this morning, and there's only like 24 copies there now. So I think there's 25 because there's a signature series, but quite a rare book in a 9.8, and it's one of his sort of classic covers, controversial cover too, when you can sort of see what it does sex sell, and that's why it ended up having a second print, just to sort of, you know, rub people's noses at, you know, what he was doing at the time. But yeah, Joe Linsner is an absolute amazing artist. Love Dawn, and just the red, you know, and again with the CGC, all the Dawn books in this series had sort of rear cover art, and you can sort of see that one there, just maybe. But yeah, there's an executive copy too that I'd love to have, which has like a nude centerfold. I was looking this morning on my comic shop, they're like maybe $150 to $200 around about for like a, you know, 5.5 to a 7. So maybe one day I'll pick one up if I find it in decent condition. And this is the second print too, like another iconic image, classic image from the Dawn run, you know. What does it say this time? So far, so good. Yeah, it says does sex sell, so far, so good. So obviously the first print sold heaps, and he did done a second print as well. So yeah, you can sort of see, it doesn't have the, yeah. Anyway, the first edition has the executive copy cover price on the cover. So we'll just put that one away now. What a gorgeous. You can sort of see here. It's got the, you know, prices of all the different copies. Yeah. All right, we're getting on to the last couple of books. And another Harley cover. This was in my first ever CGC submission, still in the original case. I do want to get it reholded one day, just because I've got nearly all my books reholded that were in these old second-gen cases. Ryan Benjamin cover. I bought this obviously when Suicide Squad was hot and all the speculation was going absolutely out of control. So, but even to this day, I still love this cover, you know, and that's why I think it'll really look a lot better in the new crystal clear case. I'll do that one day. I got about 4 or 5 new books, old books to send to get reholded, so I'll probably just send them all over one day soon. But yeah, just the green is really good. I got the second print as well, which is sort of like the reddish sort of browny sort of colour, but that's that one there. I just really love that book. I'd love to get a poster of that one day, maybe too, actually. It's really, really good. And the final book for this little submission or section is Inhuman 12. This is the Phil Noto cover. I think it was just an A and a B cover. It wasn't anything to do with being a variant. I always loved this. Always loved this image of Medusa, and yeah, saw it, and I got it off eBay quite cheap. Sent it to CGC, come back at 9.8. So it's a really good combination of all things there. Noto's, I haven't collected much Noto books. There's just, you know, you just can't collect everything. But I think he's an absolutely, you know, a great artist, Phil Noto. So I love his style, and especially that cover there, which is great. Yeah, I haven't checked at the prices on nearly any of these books, so some of them are quite rare, obviously, as well. Anyway, thanks for clicking on today's video. I hope you enjoy that little shorter showcase of books. Yeah, I still got some horror magazines at CGC that are coming back soon. They've been at the grading process for like 6 weeks now. It's like, oh, I thought it would be get to the grading, they'd be shipped out, but still waiting. Got the notification from CGC the other day that they're redoing their magazine holders, the cases. So that's really good, really good news, because the old magazine cases were crap. They creak and they bend. They weren't sealed properly in times. You know, it was just, yeah, I wasn't really happy with them. But anyway, now hopefully with these new books we should get the get the new cases, and it'll be more. It makes it even more exciting. All right, thanks for today's video. Like I said, if you like the video, please click on the like button, and if you can subscribe to the channel. Got a few pickups coming in slowly at the moment, still saving up a bit of cash. I'm going away in a couple of weeks, so I'm gonna, there'll be a few things purchased on that trip, and then we'll do a showcase pickups video after that. Till then, take it easy, everybody. Have a good day and have a good week, and see you on the next time. See ya.